Introduction to Time Series and Spatial Data Analysis. Without further ado, let's get started. Session 13 will be on computer vision using OpenCV. It will be handled by Dr. Ajmal Mohamed. I feel glad in introducing our resource person to the gathering. Dr. Ajmal Mohamed is currently working as an assistant professor, School of Computer Science at Hindustan University, Chennai. He has completed his bachelor's and master's in computer science and engineering. He has received honorary doctorate in education from IHPU, Chennai. He is an international certified career coach and also received TEFL from ACT and TSOL Canada. He has also received Academic Excellence Award for the year 2018 and 19. He has been honored with Rex Karmavir Global Youth Fellow and the Karmavir Chakra Award by IIT Delhi and by ICO-NGO in partnership with United Nations, and as award from Asia Book of Records. It's a great honor to have you with us today, sir. Now,
It's a
I would
pleasure.
like to request our resource person, Dr. Ajmal Mohamed, to take over the session. The session is all yours, sir.
Happy morning to the Highness and Excellencies over here. And can you able to hear my voice? Is that audible?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Okay. So before going to the section, I would like to extend my thanks and my sincere regards to the IFET College of Engineering for giving this opportunity to be the part of a resource person in a well-esteemed institution. And thanks a lot for the opportunity. And I welcome all the students, faculty members, and department heads and staff of IFT College of Engineering for the session Anaconda-Data Science Techniques. And shall we start the session?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So like rather going into PPT and it's like a conventional going, like taking a class in a conventional way. So before that, we'll just have an outlook on what is computer vision. What is a computer vision? What is computer vision? So have an idea about that, what is computer vision. And we people have a vision like what we used to do with the help of
Sir,
vision. We used to
sir,
see and
excuse me, sir.
yeah.
Regarding computer vision means making the real life to analyze the methodology.
Yeah, ma'am, it's exactly correct. Analyzing and processing of real-time imaging and its surroundings. Yeah, it's absolutely correct. Okay. So computer vision is all about like exploring, analyzing, and processing of image and today's current technologies. And like we all know that, for example, if I'm like for a certain example, I can have like this. Like if I have a image called poison ivy, if I want to exactly find whether it is poison ivy or not, what can I do? Here we have a smartphone technology in all our hands. Like how we can use to predict that it is a poison ivy. எப்படி மேம் நம்ம predict பண்ணலாம்? How we can predict that it is a poison ivy through a computer vision technology that is incorporated in this mobile phone techniques?
We can find out various prediction techniques. In deep learning, so many architectures are available and methodologies are available regarding object detection, for example,
Image,
classification, everything, and also
image processing.
because so many neurons are available inside deep learning layers.
Very good.
So we can, without any pixel information, we can get the data. According
So
to
that
our
is
source
great.
of data, we can analyze the methodology. That's all.
Yeah,
For
ma'am,
medical
exactly.
images and object detection, everything, and all separate methodology for predicting those kind of activities. No, we have to analyze the methodology and do the process.
Yeah, so for this purpose, like we can use Google Pixels, right, which is available in our Android and smartphones, right? Google Pixels, which have a Google lens, which have a deep determination, and where it goes inside and predict the result whether it is poison ivy or not. Have you tried with the Google Pixel and Google Lens?
Google
Pixels. Have you heard about Google Pixels and Google Lens?
Yes, sir. I have been used with the Google Lens for
So can you share about that?
Yes, sir. Like if a picture is unknown language, means we can able to identify the Google Translate. So we able to scan the selected images, and from the images we can able to take the test and we can able to translate, and we can able to hear. It will be useful for the the deaf and dumb peoples. They can able to use it. That's why.
Super, sir. That is the use of Google Pixel and Google Lens, which is something connected to the computer vision technologies. And before going about to the computer vision, I want to tell about what is data science, why it is being emerging in current technologies. What is the use of Anaconda? Anaconda is an application, like it is a platform where we can use the Python programming language there in it's a kind of platform, right? So why particularly we are using Anaconda? Why this session is all about Anaconda and data science technique? For past 5 days, you might have gone through the Anaconda platform. What just you have gone through that? Can I get about that?
Sir, yes, sir. Anaconda, in the sense, for a .NET platform, we are using so many sources: C#, ASP.NET, mobile application, everything and all. Because according to my knowledge, if it is wrong, means please
No. You
consider me,
can
sir.
very free to interact. It is kind of interaction session, so that even we too can learn something in a very new way. So what is this?
Okay, sir. According to Anaconda, in the various source of Python tools are available. Jupyter, Spider,
Spider.
so many tools are available. Whatever we need, we can take that and launch that. I am also doing that.
Later we can install so according to the computer vision we are using OpenCV, which is open source computer vision application, and that can be installed in your Python application software also using PIP option in the prompt command. Like you all know what is PIP prompt command.
Command.
Yeah. So using Anaconda software, how we can install them? So fast 5 days we have been getting into Anaconda code
So many
application.
6 steps, important 6 steps will be there. CUDA package and NVIDIA package. So many
And the
tools are there.
simple thing is, ma'am, and the simple thing is if you install an Anaconda package, you will be having an environmental session, right? Environment.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you will be having a two option in the environment, right? One is an installed application, another one is an uninstalled applications.
Yes, yes,
So you
yes.
can go through the uninstalled application and eagerly you can search for
Further,
OpenCV.
OpenCV.
OpenCV. And you can get into the OpenCV and you can start working onto that. And here in the OpenCV, we have a simple prompt commands like we have a show off command, we have a read off command, and we have a write off command. I am read off, I am show off, and I am write off. So have you heard about what is I am read, I am show, and I am write off functions?
Related functions are I am read, I am show.
So am I disturbing you, ma'am? I thought it's a kind of interactive session so that I can
No.
interact
It
with
is
many resource persons where I can see here in the visually. So I am read off, it's a kind of something we are reading in the statement. It's a kind of getting an input statement. And I am sure if it's to display your output statement. And I am write off, it's right now fetching your output statement. The same what we used to do in C, C++. And like OpenCV is about an extension of like a C, C++, and Python, where you can use in all the platform, in all OS platform, and where you can use in programming languages, like you can use C, C++, Python in OpenCV platform. In C and C++, like we'll all have an like input and output files. Like all the programming languages have some input and output files, and R programming is also having in some files, right? So what is the have you heard about R programming so far? R programming is an extension of S programming, which is developed in Bell Laboratories. So R programming. So have you heard about R for data science? Devi ma'am, very good, thumbs up. So what is that, ma'am? R for data science, which is in the current technology syllabus. Like it is a syllabus which is being taken by us in all the deemed universities and other autonomous institution. R for data science is a particular subject which does involves about the analytics and business sectors of data science. R programming, it is also a programming language which is very simple to learn. So have you heard about R programming languages? Like which is an extension of S programming. Have you heard about S programming? So which means we can work on to that, we can surf it in online and we can go through that, since it is an upgrading technology where it is going to introduced in all the Anna University syllabus also, since IFET comes under Anna University Autonomous Affiliation Institution. So we'll all learn our programming or for data science programs in future also. Do we have an, for statistical analysis, for business and statistical approach, where we can use linear analysis, regression techniques, and all, we need a mathematical computer faculties like us. We should be sounds much in max in future technologies, in future years, like where our entire world is gonna rule through mathematical process. Like we should have some concern about max. So this R programming has a wide impact. R for data science has a wide impact in upcoming technologies and years. So, and do we have an artificial intelligence and machine learning department in our IFET college? Do we have an AI and ML? DS, AI, and ML? Okay, ma'am. So, yes, sir. So, what is the main use of data science, sir? What is data science? What we are going to teach to our kids in data science? Before coming to all this computer vision and all blah blah stories, computer vision is all about visualization of an object. If I'm wrong, you can correct me in between. It is all about visualization of an object, right? How the object is being rendered, identified, it is processed, how it is analyzed, predicting it, and processing it. It's all about the same story coming again and again, right, ma'am? It's all about an object recommendation, object prediction, image processing. We all have been studied digital signal image processing. It's all about the same thing where we are going to use here. And about the vision, all we have a two vision to see, but the computer, where can we find the vision of the computer here? Computer vision நம்ம எங்க மேம் பார்க்கலாம்? Like Gomadi ma'am is very interactive with me, so that I can able to call her name. So where we can find the computer vision in part of our own PC? நம்ம கிட்ட இருக்கக்கூடிய இதுல எது எங்க இருக்கக்கூடிய பார்ட்ல எது கம்ப்யூட்டர் விஷன் சொல்றோம்? Devi ma'am, any answer from your side? Let's make it very interactive so that like 1.5 hour session would be very simple, convenient, and comfortable for all of us. So you don't feel sleepy. You can be very interactive and like can interact with me rather than being in mute also. So don't think that I'm pulling out the names of the faculties. So where is our computer vision is located here? Where is our vision? It's all about the camera and the webcam we have and we use it through that camera. With the help of camera, we can able to predict the image, right? We can able to recognize what kind of image is that. And before that, it should analyze analysis of image. Thank you, ma'am. So why, what, and where, everything has to be predicted. Why I want to find this image and what are the things is being presented in the image and where it is being there. So it is also called as where we can use an artificial intelligence technique for predicting the agent-based analysis. Agent-based analysis in the sense where my agent is actually in and where I am currently into the environment. For example, if I am in this room, particular room, so first it analyzes where the agent is actually present in. எங்க நான் இருக்கேன் அப்படின்றத நம்ம தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். First we have to identify that. And then what are the things that is being surrounded in the environment அப்படின்னு தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். So these are the things which is very necessity. So before you are predicting some object or identifying some object, and coming to the point like why we are using data science, all computer vision, artificial intelligence, machine learning, R language, S language, and OpenCV, Anaconda, Jupyter, why we are using this new emerging techniques into the current technology? So our world is full of n number of problems, right? We have an n number of problems and we need some solution to find the problems, right? To find out the solution, we use different technologies and different current technologies rather than using this current technologies also, we might have ensure that whether this or securely ensure the security purpose too. And have you all heard about the forensic technologies which is being computed in mobile and computed forensics, digital forensic and computer forensics? security purpose, which is where the computer vision has a role in that too. Computer vision ஓட ரோல் வந்து மொபைல் அண்ட் டிஜிட்டல் ஃபாரன்சிக்ஸ்லயும் இருக்கு. In terms of your security, we use password, we use encryption, we use everything. We use password and encryption for we are using a mobile phone technology, we are using a smartphone technology, right? How we can encrypt your password, how you can encrypt and safeguard your mobile, how it is being secured. Here also we have a computer vision technology. Computer is all about your image identification, image recognition, video processing, and so all the sources is also being helpful in this mobile device also, where it has some encryption algorithm. ஸோ எப்படி நம்மளோட மொபைல் டிவைஸ்ல வந்து நம்ம யூஸ் பண்றோம், மொபைல் டிவைஸ்ல எப்படி கம்ப்யூட்டர் விஷனை வந்து செக்யூரிட்டி பேஸ்டு பர்பஸ்ல நம்ம வந்து என்கல்குலேட் பண்றோம். Do you all have a smartphone with you? You all have a smartphone with you? Yes, you all have a smartphone with you, right? So you have a pattern pattern, right? Your mobile device, you used to secure your mobile device with the help of your pattern, right? Pattern irukka, ella mobile pattern irukku. And there is an option called fingerprint. Fingerprint is also comes under computer vision technology, right? So see, to safeguard your mobile device, we are using a fingerprint, right, to unlock your mobile device. So to unlock your device, we are using, so it is a kind of your computer security. It is also a kind of your security things, security purpose, which we use in a computer vision technology. So on the mobile I use pannakudiya in the fingerprint option kuda, it is something connected to the computer vision. And you all, like some person will have a fingerprint option and some person will have a face recognition option, right? Face recognition. So how many of you have a face recognition option with yourself? Yeah, get a face recognition. So how it works actually? Subharani ma'am, very good. So how it works ma'am actually? எப்படி இது work பண்ணுது face recognition? எப்படி work பண்ணுது? Computer graphics நம்ம ஒன்று படிச்சிருப்போம் இல்லையா? Pixels, frames, 2D rendering, 3D rendering, இது எல்லாமே நம்ம படிச்சுட்டு வந்திருப்போம் இல்லையா? Someone is trying to convey some answer, like, is there anyone want to convey some answer so that we can go ahead freely? நான் எங்க விட்டேன்றது எனக்கு மறந்துருச்சு. Can anyone give me the hint of clue where I have stood up?
Screen pattern, sir. Mobile screen pattern.
Thank you, ma'am. So mobile pattern and face recognition. We all might be using face recognitions, right? So face recognition, what kind of technology it's being used? It is also a computer vision technology. It is recognizing your face, right? So face is being recognized using your classifier, using a classifier. A classifier is nothing but it describes the future of your object, which describes the future of an object. Here, the physical future of an object may be your face, your eyes, your nose, everything. And everything is being represented in a two-dimensional format. Everything is being represented in a matrix format. So being your classifier is observing all the features of an object, and this object is being converted into 2D representation or a matrix representation, and every block has some pixel value, where every block has some pixel value, because altogether it is very difficult for a computer device to recognize our face and making it possible. So every block is being taken as a pixel, and each pixel has some values, and each values has some color code object. And we all know about the color code techniques, right? For the color pattern, we will be using an option 1 in computer vision, and if it is in a 0 template, if it is in a black and white template, we will be using 0. Sorry for the disturbance. 0. So with the help of your classifier, we can able to recognize your face. என்ன சொல்றேன்றது. ஸோ in between, like I can, it's like something interactive na தான் எனக்கு யாராவது இருக்கீங்கன்னு தெரியும். Like even I know about all this session where we used to put in a mute and we can do our household work and come back again. So like face recognition, it uses a classifier technique to identify features of your object. With the help of the object features, it is being converted into your 2D dimension, and matrix technique, and where each block is being taken as a pixel and it processes the image and executes the object. So have you all heard about arrays and numpy? NumPy. Array is all about the matrix calculation, rows and columns calculations, right? Am I right? And what is mean by NumPy? Which has some binary code values, right? Where each pixel values is converted as some value. Okay, let me continue.
You can unmute yourself and interact with the resource person participant. You can unmute yourself and you can interact with the resource person.
So I can continue. Okay, so first thing is like I can touch the point why we are using data science in the current technology, because it is very helpful for your kids to embrace them and to groom them according to the latest technology that emerges now. And the process of using data to find out the solution is called for your problem is called as a data science. Using your data, we have an n number of data. We have a structured data, we have an unstructured data. Structured data, we can use R languages and we can use SQL languages, but unstructured data is all about your big data. Big data, a huge number of data. The big data is working with the big data is a tedious process. That's why we are using the data science techniques here. So what is big data? What are the process which involves in big data? Big data குள்ள என்னென்ன process வரும்? Have you heard about waterfall model, software engineering faculties? Linear life cycle model? Yes, ma'am. Okay. So we have a different phases, right? What is the first actual phase of it?
Hello, it is requirement gathering and analysis.
Yeah, requirement gathering. What is requirement gathering? Requirements are being gathered from it is the input is taken from your side, right? So that is called the requirement gathering. Once the requirement are being gathered, what it goes for the next step?
Analysis.
Analysis. Okay. So analyzing a solution for your problem. And then I'm converting it to the data science techniques. Then
It should be in the proper format, structured format for the further processing.
it is called as a semantic procedure. Here it is converted into semantical state. A structured analysis where the code is being tested and it is moved to the further stage, right?
Yes.
Next procedure. Before deployment and maintenance, before that.
Implementation and testing phase.
Implementation and testing phase. And then feedback and deployment, right? The same procedure is there in the data science also, because we are dealing with an unstructured data, which is a big data. So unstructured data, to find a solution for a big problem is a tedious one, but it is a work of an every computer science faculty to move with that. So the process of using a data to find a solution for the problem is called as a data science. So understanding the business requirements. So data science is all about the statistic, probability, and analytic phase. So understanding the business requirement of the current technology and finding a problem for it and finding a solution for the problem is called as a data science. So business requirement, in the sense, like it is also a kind of business, like where like can you correlate any one example that connects with your institution as a business requirement? Business requirement. So for example, every faculty has some target value, like every institution has some target value to push the admission to the some boundary level, right? For pushing the admission to the boundary level, what we used to do through the marketing techniques, a kind of business source techniques. We used to post and promote it in all our social media handles, right? We used to promote it in our social media handles. we used to create a promotion. For example, IFET College of Engineering admission going on for the academic year, we have such new departments, so and so. So we used to pull the admission towards them. So how this promotional algorithm works, how this promotional algorithm works in terms of data science. It's all about product recommendation. Have you all heard about product recommendation techniques? Product recommendation techniques.
Like word of mouth.
Product recommendation techniques. It's all about, like, for example, particularly we used to search the best colleges in Tamil Nadu, right? For example, if I'm going to get admission in some reputed institutions, I used to find out the list of the top colleges which is there in Tamil Nadu. Okay, so every time I used to search some colleges and I used to collect some information, and the previous experience of the information are being stored in the cloud, which in terms is called as a neural networks. What is neural networks? Going through the previous experience, connecting together and making it to the future is called as what? Neural networks, right? Past plus present is equal to present plus future. Have you heard about this formula? Past plus present, present plus future. So okay, so based on the neural networks, what we used to do, like all the previous experience are being collected and stored in the cloud. So what now is correctly, actually according to my data, what are my data? I want to find the best colleges in Tamil Nadu. So every data are being collected and stored in the cloud. What does product recommendation actually does? இவரோட வேலை என்ன? ப்ராஜெக்ட் ரெக்கமெண்டேஷன் என்ன பண்ணுவாரு? Mapping. Have you all heard about mapping techniques? Hash values, mapping techniques. So it maps to the previous values and it will create an insight. Have you all known about insight list? So previous experience தான் நான் திரும்ப சொன்னதே தான் சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கேன். Previous experience தான் நம்ம வாங்கி வச்சிருக்கோம் cloudல. It's also called as insight list ன்னு சொல்லுவோம். You can also call it as an insight list. Previous activities made by the users. Have you all been using Instagrams and other Facebook related things, right? Facebook, Instagrams la use பண்றீங்களா? Insight ன்னு ஒரு ஆப்ஷன் குள்ள என்னைக்காவது போய் பார்த்திருக்கோமா? Have you all gone into insight option? What is all about the insight option? It's all about your previous history, what you have looked for, what you have searched for. Am I correct, Krishna bro? Sorry, Krishnan sir. Am I correct? Insights.
Yes, sir. Correct. Yes, correct.
Okay, so it has a previous experience of that. So with the help of this previous history, we can able to move with the project recommendation. So what happened in terms, if my algorithm connects with you, so what happens? It will take me to your promotional activity scenario. So it will find my neural network. So it will knows my backlog history. So it will have an idea that this person is looking for this content. So if any of an educational institution is working on the algorithm of this thing, for example, if I'm working on algorithm of promotional activity to grab an admission, it will correlate together. This is called as correlation. So now it is correlated. Now the student will able to catch up this college and goes for the admission. This is called as a product recommendation. In current scenario, project recommendation plays a wide range. In current technique, like we are using e-commerce platform, right? E-commerce platforms. So can you use some of the e-commerce platform which has a wide impact in product recommendation?
Like Flipkart and Amazon.
Very good. Flipkart and Amazon, like they are number one in promotional activities, where we used to find for different things there. Like We used to search for different products there. When you moves on to the Facebook also, you can able to find the same thing in the search history. And when you search something in the Google also, you can find the same thing in that search history also. Have you experienced about this? Like ஒரு தடவை நீங்க போயிட்டு அமேசான்ல ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட் ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஒரு ஐனர் or something you are searching for, and when you come to the Facebook and you are scrolling some ads or the same product will look at the same page there. And when you go to the other applications also, you can be able to find that. It's all about this product recommendation algorithm. It's all about the neural network. So where it has an insights of the previous history and connecting together and making it a promotion and earning tons and tons of money.
It's like a YouTube feed also.
Same. YouTube feeds also same. Everything is same. And so this is all about like a data science technique. Like first phase here, you used to have the same data gathering. Data is being collected. All the collected, we cannot able to work with unstructured data here. The thing is that we cannot able to work with, it is not a structured data, it is an unstructured data. We cannot able to work with unstructured data here, right? If it would be interactive, it might be nice. நான் தனியா பேசிட்டு இருக்க மாதிரி இருக்கு. So unstructured data, like we may be working with unstructured data. So unstructured data, the huge number of data, we will be working on it. So data is being collected, and here we have a separate process called data cleansing. What is the actual role of data cleansing?
Pre-processing.
Data cleansing. We are working with n number
Data
of
pre-processing.
Sir, please.
Data pre-processing.
Data cleansing, data pre-processing, something different. Data cleansing is different. Pre-processing, yeah, you can have it as processing. That cleansing,
removing redundant values or invalid values and
very good, ma'am. Removing the unwanted data. So that is
Sir, sorry to disturb you. If you go into the OpenCV, it will be inside of OpenCV. It will be more helpful for us.
Yeah, I'm going to that. I'm coming.
No, actually the timing is very short. It is 1 hour. So we are
Okay.
also leaving our classes and joining this.
Okay.
So we are. So if you go to that insight, it will be more helpful for us.
Yeah, sir.
Whatever I am
I'm moving to that.
because all other faculties, everybody knows this background, and
Okay.
all are waiting for the main thing.
Okay.
We are waiting for the OpenCV session to be continued. So that it will be helpful for us. Thank you.
Sure. Can you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
So computer vision, like we all know about what is computer. So we have previously discussed about all data science, how the work and impact of data science are incorrelated. So the thing is like, sir, the data science which is works with the computer vision, so that you can, the product recommendation mapping, everything works in computer vision. It is not something irrelevant to the topic. It is some irrelevant to the topic where I can fetch the content easily, so that it would be understandable to others also. If it is the people is known and aware of that also, it is a great pleasure for me to recall them rather than making it as a fresh one. And so how it works, like so look at the sample. We all use Facebook. Let us say you and your friends went on a vacation, and you click lot of pictures and you want to upload them on a Facebook, and you did. So like we used to go for a vacation and we used to click a n number of pictures, and we all have an habit of uploading it. So every time when you upload, it is difficult for me to identify my friend and tag him separately, because in a single picture I can have an n number of friends clubbing together. So how it actually works, like to find your friend face and tag them in each and every picture, it would be difficult and a tedious one. But Facebook is intelligent enough to actually tag people for you. It usually, have you noticed that whenever like you post some picture along with the some person, where the date like it actually like connect the person's name with that, it actually have a own self tag with that. Have you noticed that? How this self-tagging is actually working. For example, if you're posting a pic with your friend in a Facebook, predefinedly you will be also tagged and your friend's face is also being tagged. So how this actual self-tagging works in with the Facebook? It's all something related to the computer vision where you have the insight, same story which I have been told, that insight of your previous activity, you are being connected with your friend. Okay, you are being like you have been a mutual friending, it will see your mutual friend list, and where you've been connected, you will have some chat history. So with the insight of your previous experience, it can able to connect with that. So here the neural networks works actually. So computer vision is an interdisciplinary field that deals with how computer can make to gain a high level understanding from digital images or videos. So it's all about like getting a clear view of like a deeper understanding of some particular image or video and finding a solution for that. For example, have you all heard about like Tesla 3? Tesla 3, like self-driving Tesla 3. Recently, we have got a news like a person with the help of like Tesla 3 can able to get can do delivery for her pregnancy wife. So because of all the self-driving techniques which is being developed now, so which uses
autopilot mode. 2 days before I heard the news.
I can't get you, sir.
Yeah, it's autopilot mode.
Yeah,
Model,
autopilot
3.
mode, exactly. So Tesla 3 is also work under the mechanism of computer vision. Computer vision is nothing but having a deeper knowledge about the image, video, and the surrounding environment, and making it processed and giving a final prediction of the result. That is called as a computer vision. Vision in the sense it's not about visual representation using a visualization techniques here. So like we can think that why we have a robot and what is the use of computer vision we apply here. So what is the difference between the robot and applying artificial intelligence in computer vision? Robot also can does the work which reduces some human work task, right? But here also computer vision technique with incorporate with artificial intelligence is also the same. It also automate the task that the human visual system can do. It also reduces the human work. And other thing is like what's the actual use of machine learning? Here you can able to reconstruct your program. Here you can able to reconstruct your program. Right, so here you can able to reconstruct your program. For example, if you are insisting some mission things to do that, so for example, if you want to take at the left, if you want to move towards the right, go towards a straight line, take a left there. So like depends upon the understanding and adapting towards an environment, it actually works. So in robot it doesn't work. So computer vision has an advantages of reconstructing a program and adapting to an environment. Program reconstruct பண்றதுக்கும் ஒரு environment அடாப்ட் பண்ணிட்டு இங்க என்னென்ன யூசிங் த கேமரா அண்ட் விஷனரி ஆப்ஜெக்ட் என்னென்ன ரெக்குவயர்மெண்ட் இருக்கு அண்ட் என்னோட ஏஜென்ட் எந்த பாத்துல போயிட்டு இருக்கு அண்ட் என்னென்ன இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் அண்ட் அல்காரிதம்ஸ் வந்திருக்குன்னு புரிஞ்சுட்டு ப்ரொசீட் பண்றதுதான் கம்ப்யூட்டர் விஷன் டெக்னிக்ல மெயினா போயிட்டு இருக்கு. So can anyone can give a small sort of example for computer vision?
Face recognition.
Face recognition, that is also like face recognition is also being updated in housings also, like face recognize பண்ணி automatic door லாம் கூட lock ஆகுது. It's all about the sensor techniques that connect with it. Okay. So matrix representation. So matrix representation is the same which I have told you before. Like even you can take the face recognition. The face recognition is being converted as a classifier, works on the classifier principle, which takes the features of the object எடுத்துட்டு and convert into the matrix representation. In matrix representation, here you have some pixel calculations. So computer read any images as a range of values between 0 and 255. These are the simple things which we have studied in a computer graphic. The computer vision is not about the new techniques or the new tool which is being introduced now. It is the older version where we have studied in other like computer graphics and other subjects also, like artificial intelligence, everything. For any color images, like we all heard about RGB, right? 3 primary colors we used to have. For a color palette in CV tools, we will be given one option. For a black and white palette, we will be giving a parameter called 0. This is also stable. So for the color parameter, it is 1. For a black and white parameter, it is 0. A matrix is formed for every primary color. So for every color values, a matrix is being formed, and each matrix will have a separate pixel values. Okay, so based on your RGB colors, so pixel, based on a pixel calculation, you can able to identify your image. Okay, here the main thing of our entire the star of our show, the entire vision of is using an OpenCV platform. The OpenCV platform can be installed in an Anaconda platform. You can install Anaconda software, and you can use an option called environment, which is a first or second tab. And once you go to the environment, you can have a two option called, one is an install application and uninstall application. Go to uninstall application kulla poningana you can able to search for OpenCV kudunga install the application, and it is very simple to use it. So OpenCV is a Python library. Like here you can open source computer vision is like common for all the operating system, and you can use any languages like C++, Java, and Python. Here I was predicting it with the Python. OpenCV is a Python library which is designed to solve computer vision problem. So computer vision problem can be solved with the help of a OpenCV. Okay, it was developed in 1999. So here you can see some sample program for it. Yeah, like already I have told that we have a read, write, and show off option. Read option is for the fetching an input, and for write option is for writing an input. And to display the input, we have show off option. So for example, if I'm working with images, like here CV2 is nothing but it is a name of an object. Input is nothing but your predefined head library function, and CV2 is nothing but what? It's your object name of an object. For color the image, what I have told, like you have a parameter values called as 1. For an uncolored image, here you have a parameter value called 0. So black and white is also called as a grayscale technique, and image is nothing but it is usually for a programming we used to declare some variables, right? So image you can have it as a variables or like any object or giving any method name. img equal to cw dot im read of. The CV2 is nothing but your object name. Object name dot im read of is nothing but your function. Inside a function we have a parameter value called 1, because this penguin is nothing but file name of an object. So this penguin, we will get an output in a colored format. For color format we have to use the parameter 1. If the same thing, if I want to read in a black and white.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. Sorry to interrupt you. So do you have any presentation to show, sir? Participants are asking to, the presentation is visible to us, means it will be very good to communicate with you.
I can't get you, ma'am.
Is there any presentation from your side, sir?
Actually, this is my presentation only.
Okay. Now I am asking about the screenshot.
The presentation is not visible actually.
It is not visible?
Yes.
In the beginning you all hear that it is like said that it is PPT. You can able to see the PPT.
No, we can able to see the screen, but we can't able to see the PPT.
Screen is visible, sir, but the PPT
during
is not
that
visible.
and the present option, you have to select entire window. If you already selected this window, means it's allowed displaying, I think.
One minute. Can you all able to see now?
Yes, sir. Now
Yes,
your
sir. Now
screen
it
is
is
visible, sir.
Should I have to come from the first slide, or should I have to go with next slides? This is all about the example which I have connected for Facebook, right? For posting a photos, like which automatically tap with the help of neural network, which have the insight of your previous experience. So previous experience வச்சுட்டு உங்களுக்கு ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா அதுவே டேப் பண்ணிக்குது. ஏன்னா ஆல்ரெடி நீங்க அந்த பர்சன் கூட வந்து ஒரு ஃப்ரெண்ட் லிஸ்ட்ல இருந்திருப்பீங்க, and you might have some chat connectivity. இந்த மாதிரி லிஸ்ட் ஆஃப் இன்சைட்ஸை வச்சுட்டு உங்களுக்கு வந்து attributes கூட நம்ம சொல்லலாம். இது K-mean clustering algorithm. Have you heard about K-mean clustering algorithm? Data mining and data warehousing, like when we are using data mining and data warehousing, like you all might have heard about K-means clustering algorithm. K-means clustering algorithm is nothing but a cluster of data, a set of attribute is being updated in the cloud, and the data is being processed. அதுக்கப்புறம் process பண்றதுதான் K-means clustering algorithm. For a perfect example, I can tell that for recently I have gone through some project of a student, like they have built a project called a myocardial it's all about heart attack myocardial prediction application. So where it predict the actually it predict like how much what is the possibility of getting the attack. For example, if you log into the login page, it will have a set of attribute. For example, your heredity, your age, your height, your weight. It's all means like it's a gathering of like attribute which is connected to the cluster, so which is called as K-means cluster algorithm. So this algorithm, what it does, it correlates all the attributes together, and it predict the final solution, whether you have a chance of getting 50% of like a. So in the attribute itself, they have given the like a blood pressure value, cholesterol value, like a periodical exercises. They have a set of attribute, which is also we can connect this with our computer vision, where we used to getting the insight of the previous experience. உங்களோட previous experience வச்சுக்கிட்டு predict பண்றதுதான் நான் சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கேன். Recently வந்து like a person in an abroad, like what happens, like really I had a slip. Okay, so recently a person who has a smart watch wearing in his hand, suddenly has gotten some attack vandirkum. So what he does, like with the help of his smartwatch, he can able to connect with the nearest hospital, and he can like able to like safeguard his life. Like everything is all about eppadi and the hospital oda details vandu avaroda like smart watch la vandu inbuilt aayirukko, how it might have been inbuilt. Like it's all about a set of algorithm, a set of data, a set of attribute which is being updated before. Edume or watch like you can compare your normal watch and together with the smartwatch, where you have lots of new updation and lots of new application is being introduced in that. So having all the files in depth of files அதுக்குள்ள போகும்போது deep learning ன்னு ஒன்னு படிச்சிருப்போம் இல்லையா. So what is deep learning?
Yes, Mr. Ajmal, Mr. Ajmal, I have a doubt in this regard.
Okay.
So we have a OpenCV in Python, and also we are using CNN and deep learning. So I have some image to be processed. So
Okay.
should I go for OpenCV or should I go for CNN?
CNN and OpenCV, like I have not been, frankly telling, I have not been worked with the CNN so far. So here you can use OpenCV, can be used with the like Python also you can use, and you can use that in an Anaconda software also.
No, so that is why I am thinking if you give some insight of the OpenCV, because I am familiar with CNN. So I want to know something inside of this OpenCV, so that I should compare with these two. And in future, I can either go
I came to know that you have an hands-on session for working on with the OpenCV.
No. I am not asking any hands-on session. You see, yesterday that whatever the resource person has given, they have not given also hands-on session. But
Okay.
the way they have taught us is very excellent. The way they
Okay.
have taught. So it is not hands-on. I am not asking for the hands-on. But if you give
Okay.
some insight of the OpenCV, when OpenCV is beneficial, how to use it in Python, so that will be beneficial for us. So that I can compare with my CNN architecture, and I can go for this or that. That is I request. So if you have some idea of this, you can show to us. It will be better. Thank you.
So OpenCV is all about like working with like image techniques, and seem like what we used to do in CNN is completely different, and OpenCV is like a simple and easiest one, like where you used to work with rendering of images and simple thing and simple coding. Like here we don't have a coding for that. Only I have like an insight of computer vision using OpenCV, in the sense like what techniques can be done with the help of OpenCV. Here we have, like I already said, like we have a read function, write function, and show a function. With the help of that, the work of the OpenCV is like a pictorial representation. Like it takes like a pixels values and it performs the operations. Like it is not something what we expect, like what we used to perform in CNN. This is completely a different platform.
I have to identify the face recognition system. I can go with CNN also, I can go with OpenCV also, because there are many projects students are doing in OpenCV. But now I am not familiar with OpenCV, I am familiar with CNN. So I want to know what are the benefits of OpenCV. One can go for this, or CNN has many benefits, so that is okay. But what are the insights of this? That only I want.
Okay, so for face recognition, as I can said, like CNN, like OpenCV has a classifier technique where it takes all your physical object measures of your physical object, and it will be easy for us to move further. It will be a simple technique to work on with. Like CNN, it would be, I guess it takes some time to work on that, but OpenCV is very simple format. Here we have only the 3 steps here. Only the first thing is like identifying the object futures, and object futures are being rendered and processed, and the final execution. Only we have 3 techniques with this.
So I will give an image. How it will convert into matrix? Who will do it? Either the Python program will do it, or OpenCV has some application or some converting technique which will convert that image to matrix. So how it will be converted to a matrix form?
Okay. So like, so you want how to render an image and how to work with that, right, sir?
Now first I have to convert that image to a matrix form. So who will do that? Whether there is any function in OpenCV which is converting to matrix form, because the image may be in the gray image, maybe black and white image, maybe some color image. So what is the technique of converting that image to a matrix?
We have a render option there, sir. We have a render option in OpenCV platform. We have a render option where your image is taken as an input, and where the render option, first it render all your like pixel value, and it calculate the edges and all the RCB calculation, and it takes that into like a matrix format. Matrix format in the sense like all your calculation in a number format, and then it fetches the input. So here we have called like a rendering technique. Like I thought, like what I hear that we should like have a just intro about the theory content, what is applications, what are the computer visions and all those things. Like if it would have been something like called hands-on session, I might have been taken a demo for that.
Okay, thank you.
So working on an OpenCV, like you can use OpenCV in Anaconda platform also. Inside, if like you can insert a new file where you have an option like have you all heard about optical character recognition, OCB, connecting a scanned document to the text format? Here we have a multiple techniques like OCB, OCR is also applicable there, and here the image and rendering techniques is also available there. For example, if the image is being imposed there, the image is being rendered and being processed with the help of this matrix calculation, and predicting the output for that. Working on that takes a time, so that if you can work with that in a hands-on session also. If it has been a hands-on session, I can made a demo for that. I thought that it is a theory-oriented session. What I have given the thing is like here, I said that here you can able to change the program. Here you can able to change the working of the program with the help of machine learning techniques. So here the program can be incorporated as per your requirement. If you want to change any color, here also you can, the same thing is like, once your image is being updated, it is being rendered and it comes into the pictorial representation. Okay, so we'll have the matrix calculation. If you want to perform some operation towards to that, if you want to make some changes to that as you asked, like you can work with the program. So in program, like learning the entire program with the one single fetch is very difficult. Like the simple basic program which I have taken for the example, if I want to change the color palette into the grayscale palette, I can change with the help of 0. And if I want to change the grayscale palette with the help of color palette, I can use the parameter 1. I can render the input and output. So again, if I'm rendering the output, if my output is in the color palette code, it will change into the grayscale code. So for that only, I'm using here the 3 set of options, like read options and similarly write options. For fetching the output also, you can use the show of penguin, show of options also you can use. Can you all able to get what the thing is actually going to happen on Anaconda, sir? Can you able to have an idea about it? Anaconda software, environment, uninstall application, you're opening CV. Here you can also able to type and code the programming, and also you can use Python programming here, and you can also use to render your imaging also what you are looking for. The rendered object, the rendered images can be remodified with the help of ML techniques, with the help of doing some corrections in your programming or working on it programming according to your needs and requirements.
Sir, is it possible for you to show one small program on the OpenCV software?
Actually,
so
I
we
have
will
not,
get the idea.
No, it has been installed in our lab. It has not been installed in my personal PC. That's the thing, biggest thing here. So if it is there also, like I have been make it as a hands-on session also. So like what instruction I have got and what mail I have got is the general introductions of computer vision and what is OpenCV. So for that I have made a presentation. So if it has been intimated about that, it should about working and like multiple sessions on OpenCV means I have been come up with some other presentations. So we'll move with the applications here. So imagine you are driving a car. You see a person move into the path of your car, making you turn appropriate action. So here we are using agent-based intelligence system. Agent-based intelligence system is nothing but looking into your environment and getting the things around the environment and like collecting all the necessary things and projecting and making and moving forward. That is called as what intelligent based agent based intelligence system. You would either apply brake and to reduce the speed of the car. This is the work of actual human, what we does. Like if the person is crossing in between, what we used to do, we used to apply a brake or we used to reduce the speed of the car in a fraction of a second. The human vision has to be, it is a complex task. It seems like sometimes we cannot able to we are not aware of that too. That's why we are going with many accidents out there. And the human vision has completed a complex task of identifying the object, processing the data, and making a timely decision. It's all about we used to do. We used to see who the person is crossing the road, and we used to apply a brake or we used to reduce the speed of the car, and we perform some we will complete the task. But for example, the objective of the computer vision is to enable computer to accomplish the same type of task as a human. So what the human is actually doing, the same has to be done by the computer vision also. So how it is possible actually? ஒரு மனுஷன் பண்ணக்கூடிய ஒரு சேம் விஷயத்தையே வந்து ஒரு கம்ப்யூட்டரை நம்ம பண்ண வைக்கிறோம்னா அதை எப்படி பண்ண வைக்கலாம்? நம்ம ஒரு செல்ஃப் டிரைவிங் ஒரு டெக்னிக் நம்ம இப்ப பார்த்திருப்போம். அந்த செல்ஃப் டிரைவிங் டெக்னிக்ல வாட் தே ஹேவ் பீன் இன்கார்பரேட்டட் இன் தட் செல்ஃப் டிரைவிங் டெக்னிக்ல என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்காங்க? ஆல்ரெடி நான் சொன்னதுதான், லைக் we all know about the data science technique யூஸ் பண்ணி data science and machine learning இந்த டெக்னிக்ஸை தான் இங்கேயும் இன்கார்பரேட் பண்றோம் நம்ம. ஸோ சேம் the previous experience and the previous உங்களோட insight and surrounding environment, அதை வச்சு தான் வந்து we can able to predict it இல்லையா. ஒரு ஏஜென்ட் எந்த இடத்துல இருக்காங்கன்றது நமக்கு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் தெரியணும். தெரிஞ்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் with the help of your all vision things, your computer vision is a sense of your camera which is presented in your like a device, அந்த கார்ல இருக்கிறத வச்சு it observes everything. அப்சர்வ் பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் அது தனியா அல்காரிதம் பார்த்துட்டு செக்ரிகேட் பண்ணிடும். only the vision of the road would be visible to it. so அதுக்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி it operates. So have you all seen Tesla video? டெஸ்லா ஒர்க்கிங் வீடியோ பார்த்துருக்கீங்களா? So self-driving car, like computer vision helps self-driving car understand the surrounding and thereby drive the passenger safely to the destination, avoiding potential collisions and accidents. So the same what is I have discussed earlier, understanding the surrounding, adapting to the environment and collecting the information and working on with the previous experience, it does the it reaches the destination safely without any accident. So how it is possible? Through the visionary things which is fitted in your self-driving car. The visionary things which is being fitted in the self-driving car is all about your camera techniques, right? So camera fitted around the car to capture the video from various angles, and data is fed into the computer vision software. Here the data is fed into computer vision software. What kind of software here we are using? It is a OpenCV software we are using here. And the working of OpenCV software is all about where we will have a rendering option where this all the images are being together. I will show another PPT also, like how we can render multiple images, like with the help of photogrammetry technique. Photogrammetry technique is all about like measuring the physical object. For example, if you can imagine there is a tall building in a campus, like if you want to measure the like if you want to predict or if you want to measure this like a physical object, like how it can be done, it can be done with the help of photogrammetry technique. Photogrammetry technique is nothing but measuring its height and width and projecting its result. That is called a photogrammetry technique. So multiple photos are being correlator is being identified, measured with the same algorithm. The same algorithm is nothing but it checks the physical object, whether the height, width, everything, it checks the same thing and it projects the result. So which process the input in real time to understand the road condition, read traffic signal and identify the object. So here it's all about all like விஷுவலைசேஷன். இங்க லைக் நம்ம ஒர்க் பண்றதை விட விஷுவலைசேஷன் தான் அதிகமா நம்ம பண்ணக்கூடிய ஒரு டெக்னிக்காவே இருக்கும். விஷுவலைசேஷன் தான் பண்ணுவீங்க மோஸ்ட்லி யூஸ் டு டூ விஷுவலைசேஷன். ஸோ லைக் OpenCV வச்சு நீங்க பண்றீங்க, லைக் OpenCVல வந்து சேம் அந்த அளவுக்கு லைக் யூ மே நாட் ஃபைண்ட் மச் டிஃபிகல்ட்டி டு ஒர்க் வித் OpenCV. அண்ட் cameras fitted around the car capture videos, like எல்லாத்தையும் the things, the data is being imposed in that, and like எல்லா டேட்டாத்தையும் predict பண்ணிட்டு தான் உங்களுக்கு ஒரு ஃபைனல் எக்ஸாமினேஷன் ஒரு ரிசல்ட் வரும். அந்த ஃபைனல் எக்ஸாமினேஷன் ரிசல்ட்டை நீங்க ப்ரோக்ராமிங் மூலியமாவும் மாத்தலாம். அதை தான் நான் சொன்னேன். இங்க போயிட்டு நீங்க வந்து once if you want you can give the program and you can rechange it, and if want you can also like என்ன பண்ணலாம்னா you can like rendering techniques மூலியமா you can change the value of that also.
Is it like a live rendering?
I can't get you, sir.
Yeah, is it like a live rendering? Because
yeah, you can do live rendering also, sir. It's like a same live rendering option also. So like if I have installed OpenCV, like I might have done some hands-on working session, like what the thing I received, like you have a separate hands-on session for this, so that I thought like giving an like basic inputs and idea regarding the OpenCV and the computer vision. And
sure, sir. Thank you.
And other thing is like a facial recognition. Facial recognition is all about what we are being using it into the current technology. It has some facial features. Like this feature is called as a classifier algorithm. Identifying the classifier is nothing but it identify all the features of an image and correlate them with the database of face profiles. Like same things, the same techniques is being worked. Like classifier, physical object is being identified, and based on the physical identifier and based on the previous experience, like a previous experience in the sense our gallery is dumped with a n number of storage files which has thousands of your photos, right? So getting the knowledge of the previous experience and it it unlock your device using the technique. Here, the high volume of images available online for analysis has contributed to machine learning and identifying individual from photos and videos. Securing of smartphone is most common example of computer vision and facial recognition. The same thing, like we are dumped with n number of photos. The getting the computer vision knowledge, like the concept is very simple. So like the same simple thing is being repeating again and again, experiencing the image recognized பண்றது and வீடியோ ப்ராசஸிங் பண்றது, ரெண்டரிங் பண்றது, இது எல்லாமே வந்து ப்ரீவியஸ் டம்ப்டு டேட்டா ஃபைல் ஆர் அது சரௌண்டிங் என்விரான்மெண்ட்டை வச்சு இது பண்றது ஆர் ஆல்ரெடி இருக்கக்கூடிய ஃபைல்ஸை யூஸ் பண்ணி நம்ம எடுக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு திங்ஸாக தான் இருக்கும். தெர் இஸ் நோ ஸ்பெசிஃபிக் எனி திங் ஃபார் திஸ். லைக் ஓப்பன் சிவிலேயே நீங்க பண்ணாலும் லைவ் ரெண்டரிங் இப்போ நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி நீங்க ப்ரோக்ராமிங் மூலியமாவும் யூ கேன் ரெண்டர், ஆல்சோ வித் த ஹெல்ப் ஆஃப் த இமேஜ் டெக்னிக் ஆல்சோ யூ கேன் ஆல்சோ ரெண்டர் தட். And it is also being used in mobile and digital forensic technique. Mobile and digital forensic techniques. Mobile forensic and digital forensic, it's nothing but mobile forensic is nothing but recovery of data, securing your data from a device, securing your data from your mobile device from an unauthorized access. Like, have you all heard about CIA-ISTE-IFETCE? CIA-ISTE-IFETCE which பார்த்திருக்கீங்களா? Like CIA-ISTE-IFETCE தெரியுமா? Like CIA-ISTE-IFETCE confidentiality, integrity and availability. How the CIA-ISTE-IFETCE is connected with your computer vision. For example, like if we are working with our mobile banking la work பண்ணும்போது, like we are encrypted that with your encrypted with your like a security purpose encrypt பண்ணிருப்பீங்க இல்லையா? Like you may have some fingerprint option வச்சிருப்பீங்க and you may have some facial recognition இது வச்சிருப்பீங்க to get into the particular app or to the particular website குள்ள போறதுக்கு. இங்கதான் CIA-ISTE-IFETCE வந்து computer vision கூட work ஆகுது. computer vision கூட எப்படி work ஆகுதுன்னா, first confidentiality, whether it is accessible for like you without any unauthorized access பண்ணாம பார்க்க முடியுதான்னு பார்க்குது. For that you are given with the password. ஒரு password கொடுத்து நீங்க உள்ள போறீங்க. That is your confidentiality. And integrity in the sense whether your data is not being modified. உங்க data, all things comes with the same concept only. Data here, all your data is stored is not being modified. You should ensure that the data is stored, it's not modified. So like மத்தவங்க இதை அக்சஸ் பண்ணாம இருக்கிறாங்களா அப்படின்னு பாக்குறோம். ஸோ அந்த அக்சஸ் பண்ண முடியாத சிச்சுவேஷனுக்கு தான் what we are using is computer vision application அங்க யூஸ் பண்றோம். computer vision applications யூஸ் பண்ணும்போது என்ன ஆகுது, you are using a face recognition technique work ஆகுது, rendering process நடக்குது and the future is observed and உங்களுக்குள்ள போகுது. And integrity is ensuring that where data is not being modified. And finally it's coming to the availability. Availability is nothing but easy access by the user. So you are accessing it easily, right? So whenever you want, wherever you go, you are accessing it with easily. So mobile and digital forensic oda work eppadi vandu computer vision oda connect ஆயிருக்குனா, mobile forensic is nothing but securing and safeguarding your data from your mobile device without unauthorized person. ஒரு unauthorized person என்னோட மொபைலை யூஸ் பண்ணாம இருக்கிறானா அப்படின்னு நான் பாக்குறதுக்கு தான் வந்து நான் கம்ப்யூட்டர் விஷன் அண்ட் மொபைல் ஃபாரன்சிக்கா இன்கல்குலேட் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கேன். எப்படி நான் இன்கல்குலேட் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கேன்னா, இப்போ என்னோட மொபைலை நான் ஆன் பண்ணாலே எனக்கு வந்து ஒரு பேட்டர்னோ ஒரு ஃபிங்கர் ஒரு ஃபேஸ் ரெகக்னைசேஷனோ கேக்குது. இந்த ஃபேஸ் அண்ட் ரெகக்னைசேஷன் தான் மொபைல் ஃபாரன்சிக் டெக்னாலஜில யூஸ் பண்றாங்க. mobile forensic technology use பண்றாங்க. So என்ன ஆகுது, இப்போ computer vision மூலியமா I can able to render like able to like recognize my face recognize மூலியமா என்னோட mobile device வந்து unlock ஆகிடுது. ஓகேவா? So that is, it plays a major role in computer vision. What is digital forensic? It's nothing but investigation, the investigation of the files which is required from you. ஒரு ஃபைலை நீங்க require பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கீங்கன்னா அதை பத்தி இன்வெஸ்டிகேட் பண்ணது. As I have said before, we have used CAI traits யூஸ் பண்ணிருப்போம். இந்த CAI traitல இன்டெகிரிட்டின்னு ஒன்று இருக்கும், without forensically sound on check பண்றது. Forensically sound, which means like your data is not being modified by any person. என்னோட மொபைல் என்ன தவிர வேற யாருக்கிட்டயுமே யூஸ் ஆகாம இருக்கா? ஏன்னா கம்ப்யூட்டர் விஷன் டெக்னாலஜி we are using here. So கம்ப்யூட்டர் விஷன் யூஸ் பண்ணும்போது நான் உள்ள ரெகக்னைஸ் பண்ணி போயிடுறேன். போனதுக்கு அப்புறம் என்னோட டேட்டா வந்து யாரும் மாடிஃபை பண்ணாம இருக்காங்களா அப்படின்னு பாக்குறது தான் digital forensic. Digital forensic which means your data is not being modified and it forensically sounds good அப்படின்னு சொல்றது தான் வந்து digital forensic உள்ள வருது. And like so these are the techniques how your mobile and digital forensics plays a major role in computer vision technology. And for example, இப்போ என்னோட மொபைல் வந்து மிஸ் ஆகிடுச்சு, என்னோட ஃபேஸ் like it is not being opened, like என்னோட ஃபேஸ் இதே ஓப்பன் ஆகல அப்படின்னா ஃபேஸ் ரெகக்னைசேஷன் பண்ண முடியல. and other person cannot able to unlock the mobile with his own face இல்லையா? so அப்படி பண்ணும்போது, for example, if a crime thing is happen here, any crime is happen here, so ஒரு crime நடந்துச்சுன்னா எப்படி நம்ம வந்து கம்ப்யூட்டர் விஷன் வந்து நம்ம கம்ப்யூட்டர் விஷன் is all about like recognition and like removing the lock, unlocking எல்லாம் டெக்னிக்கும் நம்ம எப்படி யூஸ் பண்ண முடியும்னா கம்ப்யூட்டர் விஷன் டெக்னிக்கா அங்க நம்மளால யூஸ் பண்ணவே முடியாது. ஓகேவா? so the thing is like if the mobile like if doesn't able to அந்த பர்சனோட ஃபேஸ் லாக் வச்சு if நம்ம எடுத்துட்டோம்னா it would be easy. if the case it is not able to do with that, so நம்மளோட investigation we have to carry over the investigation. This investigation can be carried out like with the help of Faraday bag. So have you all heard about a Faraday bag technique? The same Faraday bag is also about a metallic device. அதுக்குள்ள like the actual work of the Faraday bag is isolating your mobile device from the network connectivity. so அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும், and automatically you can able to like unlock your mobile device and உள்ள போய் work பண்ற மாதிரி இருக்கும். so this is the role of Faraday bag. and same the thing is like how law எப்படி they are using this computer vision in like in terms of law, in the sense prevention of crime by helping security officials scan live footage from the public place to detect objects such as gun or identify suspect behavioral pattern that may proceed illegal and dangerous action by individual. Scanning of crowd of people to identify any unwanted individuals. like ஒரு crowds இருக்குன்னா like each like image rendering techniques மூலியமா எங்க இருக்காங்க யாரு, like you can able to identify the thing, detect some object, like objects ஏதாவது இருந்துச்சுன்னா ஏதாவது object இருக்கா, you can able to scan live footage from the public place. so அந்த ஒரு application வந்து இங்க யூஸ் பண்ணக்கூடியதா இருக்கு. So as I said, same thing, like the deals with how computer can gain a deeper understanding from a visual data. Visualization plays a major role here. So with the help of visualization, how you can inculcate a deep learning technique, எப்படி deep understand பண்ணி how you can gain like how you can deal with the computer. That's the main thing here. என்ன சொல்றதே the same thing is repeated, the same thing what you search or you surf in online, or if you like look into the tutorials also, it is very simplest concept where any faculty can learn and work with. like it's not about the thing I am repeating the same content again and again, is the thing that the same which is happening here. Like semantic understanding is nothing but answering like here we have some 4 phases. computer vision techniques. So as Sir said, what can be done in OpenCV platforms, like so OpenCV platform இப்போ நம்ம ஒரு இமேஜை ரெண்டர் பண்றதுக்கு கொடுக்குறோம்னா என்னென்ன பண்ணோம், என்னென்ன 4 மேஜர் ஃபங்க்ஷன் பண்ணோம்னா, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் சிமாண்டிக் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங், சிமாண்டிக் ஃபேஸ் அப்படின்னு இந்த சாஃப்ட்வேர் லீனியர் சைக்கிள்ல சொல்லியிருந்தேன். சிமாண்டிக் ஃபேஸ் இஸ் நத்திங் பட் ஆன்சர் சிமாண்டிக் கொஸ்டின் using visual information. With the reference of your image, it takes the information from that. For example, if the person, if I'm handling and if I'm taking some lecture to you where the person is actually, whether it is a person or any human being, or like whether it is like a boy or whether it is a girl, like it will predict, it will like where which and what is the actual thing, where, what. It always answers the question what, where and which, an image classification problem. So first the main thing is, if the image is being rendered and updated in OpenCV category, the first thing is like it will search the image where the image is actually located, what the image is actually, how many persons are there in the image. So everything will be taken as a semantic understanding. Photogrammetry technique, as I have told already. So if you want to like identify like if a group of object is being, if I was imposing as one image, it is very easy to get the dimension for that. If I am working with multiple images, because if we are working with the Tesla car, the number of objects and data imposed in that, it will be high. Like it should like back side line, side line, front line, like a large amount of images being captured. To work with a large amount of unstructured image is very difficult. For that we use a photogrammetry. What is photogrammetry used to do is it collect all the images and measure the information of the physical object. It will measure the information of the physical object. For example, dimension, height, width, measurement, distance, everything is being calculated, and this image data is being converted into your matrix calculation. அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் மேட்ரிக்ஸ் கால்குலேஷன் போகும். மேட்ரிக்ஸ் கால்குலேஷனுக்கு போனதுக்கு அப்புறம் நீங்க சம் அப்ளிகேஷன்ஸ் இஸ் தேர் தட் வில் கன்வெர்ட், லைக் இங்க வந்து மேட்ரிக்ஸ் கால்குலேஷன் வித் யூஸ் ஆஃப் நம்பர்ஸ்லயே நமக்கு வந்துரும். இட்ஸ் a kind of rectangular shapeல வரும். And some applications which has a matrix calculation that use numpy technique யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க. numpy, which we have worked in Pythonல நம்ம numpy படிச்சிருப்போம். So that technique யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க instead of array technique. So in the image data தான் அங்க இதாகும். So in case if you want to render or add any feature, it can be added with the help of a simple Python program or with the help of like a direct rendering techniques too. So simultaneous localization and the mapping. Simultaneous localization and the mapping in the sense which I said previously, how it is being connected. So like for example, if I'm going to the location or previous or location ku poiittu vandana, adoda experience vechittu and the agent ku vande it is very difficult, it is very easy for that to predict the location because of the previous experience which is connected with the help of mapping and hash value techniques, which easier பண்ணிரலாம். But ஒரு unknown environment குள்ள போகும்போது we have to use the option called SLAM. SLAM is nothing but simultaneous localization and mapping. Simultaneous localization is nothing but on-spot prediction and observation of agent-based technique. On-spot prediction and observation of the environment in the sense in the environmentல என்னெல்லாம் இருக்கு and என்னோட algorithm வச்சு எப்படி நான் ப்ரெடிக்ட் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்றது. ஸோ ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இதில் பாருங்க, செல்ஃப் டிரைவிங் அப்ளிகேஷன்ஸ்ல தான் சைமல்டேனியஸ் லோக்கலைசேஷன் அண்ட் மேப்பிங் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஸோ சைமல்டேனியஸ் லோக்கலைசேஷனை ஃபார் ஒரு என்விரான்மெண்ட் இருக்கு, ஒரு அன்பிரடிக்டபிள் என்விரான்மெண்ட் இருக்கும் போது ஸோ எப்படி நம்ம வந்து அதுலேருந்து ஓவர் கம் பண்ணி வரலாம் அப்படின்றது தான். இப்போ ஒரு அன்னோன் என்விரான்மெண்ட் இருந்ததுன்னா உங்களோட ஏஜென்ட் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அது எந்த இடத்துல இருக்குன்றத அப்சர்வ் பண்ணும் அண்ட் இட் வில் கனெக்ட் வித் ஆல் த நியரஸ்ட் என்னென்னலாம் இருக்கு, லைக் டிராஃபிக் சிக்னல்ஸ் எங்க வருது, எந்த வெஹிக்கிள் நியர்பைல பாஸ் ஆகுது, உங்களுக்கு லெஃப்ட் சைட்ல என்ன இருக்கு, ரைட் சைட்ல என்ன இருக்கு, எவ்வளவு டிஸ்டன்ஸ்ல டிராவல் ஆகணும். ஸோ எவ்ரி திங் இஸ் பீயிங் அப்சர்வ். அதுதான் வந்து உங்களுக்கு அந்த ஒரு செட் ஆஃப் அல்காரிதத்தை நம்ம எங்க இம்போஸ்ட் பண்றோம்னா நம்ம ஒர்க்கிங் வித் நம்ம அந்த ப்ரோக்ராம் ஒர்க் பண்ணும்போதே நம்ம செட் ஆஃப் அல்காரிதம்ஸ் அண்ட் ரூல்ஸ் கொடுத்துடுறோம். அந்த ரூல்ஸ்க்கு தான் we are writing a program or we are writing or rendering an image டெக்னிக்ஸ் மூலியமா கூட நீங்க ஆல்ரெடி ஒரு நிறைய பல்க் இமேஜ் கொடுத்து கூட நீங்க ரெண்டர் பண்ணி வச்சுக்கலாம். அப்படி இல்லைன்னா you can even write a program. You can see this image இல்லையா? ஸோ எப்படி அந்த the car is like how it travels and ஒரே அந்த கரெக்டாக அப்சர்வ் பண்ணி எப்படி செல்ஃப் டிரைவிங் போய்கிட்டு இருக்கு அப்படின்றது. இட்ஸ் ஆல் லைக் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் ப்ரெடிக்ஷன் அண்ட் டிஸ்டன்ஸ். இது எல்லாமே கிளாசிஃபையர் டெக்னிக். அந்த பிசிக்கல் ஆப்ஜெக்டோட டிஸ்டன்ஸ் எவ்வளோ, மெஷர்மெண்ட் எங்க இருக்கு, லெஃப்ட்ல என்ன வருது, ரைட்ல என்ன வருது, இட்ஸ் ஆல் அபவுட் த டெக்னிக் which uses here. Same computer graphics. Now, already சொன்ன மாதிரி computer vision is something related to computer graphic 2D and 3D rendering, which pixel calculations வச்சு தான் நம்ம எல்லாமே பண்றோம். Render object பண்றோம். Render. The only thing what I left here is like working with the OpenCV. அது மட்டும் தான் இன்ஸ்டால் பண்ணி like I have not done. If it is being done to you, like இது சொன்னதுக்கு ஒரு clear example ஏதாவது ஒரு கொடுத்திருக்கலாம். So these are the main things which is there. இதுதான் 4 things வச்சு தான் நீங்க வந்து இந்த பிளாட்ஃபார்ம்ல ஒர்க் பண்ணுவீங்க. subspecialties அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. These are the main things. Like all about is like working with this would be very simple. I hope that you will learn that in your hands-on technique sessions also. And
driverless car systems.
So can you able to hear this sound?
People get around in a big.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Hi, everybody. If you're looking to start your career as a computer vision specialist from scratch, then you are in the right place. Computer vision isn't a new invention. It's the culmination of several decades of work. Computer vision essentially replicates parts of the complex human visual system. This field enables computers to identify objects and images and videos and process these objects in the same way that humans do. The computers then provide appropriate output. So in simple terms, computer vision imparts human intelligence and intuition to machines. In this short video,
and நான் சொன்ன அந்த அப்ளிகேஷன்ல நீங்க போய் ஒர்க் பண்ணும்போது same thing what it happens, it scans the image, renders the image and process the data. Simple techniques தான் போகும். The same thing is rendering option you will be having, and you can work with that also. You can install OpenCV and you can try it in future also.
So I'm going to discuss 5 real-world applications of computer vision. Number 1, self-driving cars. Experiments on self-driving cars have been conducted for close to 100 years now. But thanks to rapid advancements in computer vision in the last 10 years, many major automotive manufacturers are testing driverless car systems. Driverless cars are soon expected to change the way people get around in a big way. The exact timeline as to when driverless cars will be widely available is not yet clear though. But one thing is certain. Fully autonomous vehicles will soon be a reality. Autonomous cars track the surrounding objects with cameras. Then, based on the inputs received, the cars react according to what's happening in their driving environments. Advanced algorithm.
So, இங்க தான் first semantic phase work ஆகுது.
Control path planning, driving scene perception, motion control. Then, based on the inputs received, the cars react according to what's happening in their driving
set
environment.
of algorithms கொடுத்துட்டு nearby adapting environment வச்சிட்டு அந்த cars வந்து work ஆகும்.
Perception, motion control, and distance judgment. The top benefits of autonomous cars to humanity will include safer roads and lower transportation costs. Also, the air pollution levels in cities will fall drastically. The use of fewer fossil fuels will result in a massive drop in the emission of greenhouse gases. Number 2, waste management and recycling. Advancements in computer vision that enable face recognition also power AI-based waste recognition technologies. The latest waste recognition systems identify, check, and analyze waste composition at scale. Businesses no longer need to rely on human spot sampling to understand the real value of their material. In waste management, computer vision is used to assist machines in sorting waste. Technological developments empower machines to sort waste in an increasingly human or even better way. Many companies in the waste management and recycling sector apply this technology to reap the advantages of a reliable and efficient system. Waste monitoring via object detection can automatically sort waste bins, facilities, and trucks. Smart bins can then accept recyclable materials or unwanted waste. Hence, the entire waste management and recycling process can be easily optimized. Number 3, agriculture. Computer vision is used to automate various activities in agriculture, such as flowering detection, plant disease detection, crop monitoring, insect detection, plantation monitoring, de-weeding, harvesting, and agricultural product quality testing. Aerial imagery provided by drones records detailed information about the condition of the soil and crop. Computer vision assists agriculture by increasing yields. Drones are a vital element in precision agriculture. They cover a significant distance and capture enormous amounts of data via a pre-installed camera. The camera is trained to detect adverse weather conditions, provide crop health information, present an aerial view of the entire agricultural land, and identify soil conditions. The data collected from these drones and satellite images is fed into smart systems. These systems analyze large volumes of complex data and provide reports. These accurate reports enable farmers to adopt more efficient growing methods. They can also take the right steps in advance. Number 4, real-time surveillance. Constant surveillance of public places such as parking lots, bus stations, airports, roads, etc. has become mandatory nowadays. Many private organizations also have 24-hour surveillance cameras to safeguard their employees and assets. For instance, a single location may have several hundreds of sensors and cameras placed strategically throughout the premises. The data from all these devices would be too complex for humans to monitor. But sophisticated computer vision systems can analyze this data in real time and send out an alert to the security team as soon as they detect something's amiss. Number 5, ball tracking systems in sports. For the last 15 years, precise tennis
Okay, so these are some applications where we use computer vision technology, and like basic introduction is about computer vision is being covered. The only thing is what is OpenCV is also I have told what is OpenCV and how to install OpenCV and how to get into OpenCV. The only thing is we are not worked with one sample example with unsatisfied note. Sorry for the inconvenience, and hope very all the best for your futures. Thank you so much.
Participants, if you have any doubt, you can ask to a resource person, or you can